All right, y'all. Welcome to Deconversion Therapy, the podcast. This is Bonnie.
And I'm Karen.
Yeah. Karen, did you hear the exciting news?
No,
Tina Fey
Bonnie.
named her car Karen.
I know. I did
That's so
see
great.
that. Well,
You
her
should name your
first car.
Her first car ever.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Not
You
a
should
recent
name-
car.
What?
Not her recent car.
Yeah, it
wanted to
is.
be. Oh, I thought it was her first car in college.
No, she doesn't drive or anything, but being stuck at home, she has a driver's license and she's like, well, I may as well get a car and be mobile. And her kids were like, all right, let's get something kind of cute. She's like, I'm going to get something that is absolutely practical. And you should name your car Tina.
I will. Except
Good.
I don't really
What
have
kind of car do you have?
Subaru.
Subaru what?
Outback.
She has a Forester.
Those Foresters are always coming up against the Outback, which is...
In what way?
Like they compete in people. Every time you say, I have an Outback, they say I have a Forester. Blah, 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 blah.
They compete like on the road,
It's
drag races.
sibling rivalry out there.
We are recording a couple days after Christmas. So we want to know how everyone's Christmas was. Karen, how was your Christmas?
So Christmas was going along pretty well. We did the gifts, all that was good. And then, we found out that Nashville had a bomb explode. And since we're recording on Sunday, and this will be on Wednesday, by the time you all hear this, you will know more than I'm about to tell you.
Right.
I'm going to give you the live action of me going through it. First, I woke up. I was on the left side. Sometimes I sleep on the right.
And did the little cartoon birds bring you a nice gown and place it on your body gently?
I was telling Bonnie, I did get gifted a robe. So SNL is now more of like a tarot card reading than it is a comedy show, because that's what they gave me. But no, I love it, and I'm wearing it right now. But the bomb, what we know now, like what we knew then, was just weird. We didn't understand. We didn't know if this was ISIS, etc. And now on Sunday, what we know is that it was this lone dude named, I want to say Anthony Weiner, because it's Anthony Warner.
It wasn't.
It's Anthony Quinn Warner. This plays a part in what I'm going to tell you. So remember that name, Bonnie.
And how did he get the bomb there?
So he was in an RV that supposedly got there about 1:15 a.m. They thought maybe the RV was empty when it exploded, but now they're saying he was in it. Mm-hmm. And sadly, maybe his dogs. I don't know.
Oh.
I know. Fuck that. But that might not be true. There's lots of different rumors. But what we do know is he got and parked it about 1:15 on 2nd Avenue, which is usually really busy. And it was near the AT&T building that my brothers worked at before. But Christmas morning, not going to be a lot of people there. And it started with people hearing gunshots, but now they don't know if the gunshots were playing on an audio that the truck was putting out. So they don't know if they were actual gunshots. And people heard it, called in the gunshot warning. The police came to the gunshots, and then they could hear the truck putting out a recording of, everyone evacuate. There's a bomb. It's going to blow up in 15 minutes. And then it would go, in 14 minutes. So scaring, the hell out of people. But now they're saying it was also playing the music of Petula Clark's Downtown.
Oh, that's just weird and creepy.
So creepy. Like, it was creepy enough that there would be an announcement, but that it was playing Downtown, downtown. And there's the creepy factor for you. But people, evacuated. There weren't many people there in the first place, but it was like, okay, why would someone want to have an exploding vehicle, but really try and keep people from getting hurt? Like it wasn't making sense. So they found that this guy is just, some loner IT guy, self-employed, lives in this suburb called Antioch, which is south of...
That's a biblical name.
This is all obvious. We can really see what God and Satan was doing here, doing here. Or is it was? Are they one the same? So that... happened. And then today there was another truck that was like maybe playing the same music and driving down a road. And I spent too much time watching the live webcast of the bomb robot going after that, and nothing came of that.
And then you wonder if they're copycat people out there.
Right. And you would be like, why would you want to copy? Like you're going, the feds have landed in Nashville. They're all around. So why would you risk doing anything now? But this guy who did this, the scariest part is that the whole region up into Kentucky had no 911. And I did not like that. And I even got something from where I go and see my doctor that was giving out all the doctors and nurses maybe home numbers. I don't know. They were like, if you need to reach us, because every county switched and gave a different just local number for 911 in case there were any emergencies. But I had friends who had AT&T for their phone and their internet. We just have it for our internet. So they couldn't reach anyone. They didn't know what was going on. They didn't even know about the bomb. They just knew that they had no communication. So I would get text messages, hey, I'm at Tractor Supply in the parking lot. What's going on? And then, hey, I'm hooked up to the Dunkin' Donuts one. So it was sort of chaos. And we didn't know if something else was going to happen. Because if you knock out 911 on purpose, you assume it's to fuck up something.
Right.
Nothing ever came. This guy didn't even leave, as far as we know, a message of why he was doing what he did. But there are rumors that he is a 5G conspiracist, or was.
Oh my gosh.
So this is all the QAnon stuff. So I looked up 5G.
Yep.
I have been glad up until this point to not know what it was. So I'll ask you if you have any insight, because now I am well versed in this. Well,
here's what
nonsense.
Here's what I have read and understand, that it's a whole network of but it's a whole network of super fast data transference, if that's the word. But that it's emitting some kind of radiation or something that's dangerous to us. And the reason I know it is because my least favorite tennis player of all, Novak Djokovic. is a 5G conspiracist.
Really?
Conspiracy believer.
Oh, man.
Or his wife is, or something. So I don't know. Is that what it is? That it's like that these 5G communication lines are radiating harmful rays?
Well, part of it. It gets a lot more fun, but that's one of it. So we knew it was like, Nashville, you're getting 5G. And everyone's like, yeah, yay. So first of all, it was people were afraid of the radiation. And then I looked at all of the things, and there's ionized waves and non-ionized. So like getting an X-ray, that's why you only get X-rays a limited amount, because they're ionized. Right. These are non-ionized, and they're so below what would
The
even
level of an
do
X-ray?
anything. Yes, that it's just, everyone's like, it's ridiculous to think these would harm you because they have to keep it under 1 watt, I think. And the military use 5G at like 1,000 watts to get people to break up a crowd. So all it does is make them feel uncomfortable and want to walk away. So 1 isn't going to do anything, and it's much different. But the other conspiracy theories that have come off of it are, it's so obvious. Wuhan province is where COVID started, and they have 5G network.
I have heard that, and that somehow
So
it has to do with spreading COVID.
That it spreads COVID, that everywhere 5G is where
God.
COVID is. Some even think there are tiny little robots in COVID germs that are coming from this 5G network that are getting in our system that will then brainwash us. So maybe I am brainwashed with these tiny little robots that are now around us. And of course, they've disproven all this because they're like, no, there's no 5G in Iran, and Iran is being overrun with COVID, and then there's vice versa. It's ridiculous. So maybe that's one of the things. But they were talking about like how fast these conspiracies pick up.
Yep.
And one, people, they don't see causation. They just see correlation. Like, oh, look, COVID, I heard of COVID at the same time I heard of 5G. It must be related. Although, yeah. And then the same thing with, they were saying also with COVID lockdown, it's put a lot more people on their keyboards to spread these conspiracies, retweet them, make these bots. So when I was trying to look up who this bomber guy was, hoping he wasn't anyone I taught or knew or anything, oh my God, the tweets. The tweets are like...
From him?
No, from just random people, mostly bots or people that are hiding their true identity, because I will listen if you've got at least a face on your Twitter thing. If it's just a picture, it's much less likely. But it said, I'm sure that it's going to be Anthony Quinn Warner, because that means it's A.Q. Warner, a QAnon Warner. So he's signaling.
Oh,
and
my
this
God.
was a signal.
Well, that could be.
And then we have the whole, this was done by the deep state. And then there's this whole thing about that maybe the AT&T building is supposed to be looking into the ballots that, everyone, if Barr and Amy Cohen Barrett and all these people
that is so not her
have
name.
said
that is so
Amy Coney Barrett.
There you go.
What did I say?
Cohen.
All of the lawyers, they're all Cohens.
Well, the only reason we know that is because we covered her religious beliefs, and Cohen doesn't work with that.
It is,
with her.
It is in contrast,
It
maybe.
is in contrast. Oh, my God.
But yeah, these...
Well, the fact that he was in front of the AT&T building.
Yeah.
The spreader.
So it could be...
Oh, my God.
Anything mostly about 5G, but people think, that building was looking into the data behind the voting machines, that everyone has just said that's all bullshit. And they're like, oh, yeah, now it's destroyed, and they're blaming it on this guy.
Sure.
They used to, oh, my God. So the idiots It's just insane. So that's how Christmas has been. We haven't had the internet, and I'm ashamed what it's turned us into. It's just grunts.
Does that mean your TV was taken away also?
Yes, everything was taken from us, Bonnie.
You just said internet. We still have cable without internet.
And no one watches cable. There's nothing there. Because we mostly just watch Hulu and all that. But yeah.
Let me play something for you and tell you, when you're talking about like burner Twitter accounts, all I want for my birthday is a burner phone so that I can make this phone call and leave this voice message to people who I've spent, I don't know, like 10 years plotting a revenge strategy. I'm going to play it for you. Are you ready?
I am ready.
All right.
This is an important message from the CDC.
Can you hear it?
You have been recognized as someone who has been in direct contact with a person or persons who have COVID-19 coronavirus. You are required to remain where you are and self-quarantine for 14 days, and possibly more due to your small wiener. Tiny wieners have way more quarantine.
It goes on, but I pretty much...
Because if I just heard the beginning of that, I'd be like, yeah.
What? And then you listen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
CDC speaking.
Right. And so I've got one guy who I'm like, this would be perfect. That's like an 11-year-old brewing, because the whole revenge is best cold served. Wait, revenge is a dish best
Amy
served
Cohen.
cold. What?
I sort of want a burner phone, but just a flip phone, because I almost had to read and write during this whole takedown of our infrastructure. But I do think this is an important tip to anyone, because we will all experience a cyber attack in the future, and we will never bundle our phone with our internet, because not having
that's
both
a good idea.
is, people didn't know what to do, didn't understand what's going on. And if something else is to, come behind whatever the cyber attack is, you at least need one thing alerting you of it. So,
So burner phones are good for emergency purposes and prank calls.
Yes.
Wow. That's all I
but
want.
But what
is a
if
burner
then
phone.
you had to call in a tip because you saw the person who did it? And they're like, it's Wiener Girl. And then you're all over the news. So Christmas has come and gone. And how was yours?
Mine was great. I got a great gift from the woman who I work with. And trying to figure out a gift for her is really difficult, because whenever she sees anything that she wants, she just gets it.
Right.
I was in this really super fancy home store. Oh my God, the things that they had in there.
A sign that says gather. Did you get it?
No. It's none of that crap. There's nothing. There's nothing. What?
Should have been it. It's a sweet message.
No.
It's always good to have words.
No, there was nothing in there that was taken, one Chinese worker in a factory stamping on a word on a piece of wood and shipping over to the United States.
It wasn't live, love, laugh.
No. I always feel so bad for the workers who are getting paid nothing, who put these stupid little pithy sayings on there for us.
Think of the ones that are nailing a little stick
Tiny
figure Jesus to a cross. Yeah.
I think of them too. So there was nothing of that caliber in this place. This place had coasters that were beautiful and handmade, and, probably no two were alike. They actually had furniture in there. They had a pop-up toy store that included a little tiny children's those little Silverstream, what are they called?
A little
trailers. Airstream trailers.
A Foyt home.
Oh, it was so, yeah. Everything in there
Sean
was just
Foyt and his
perfect.
family come out real miniature.
That's right.
Gather around, kids.
But everything in there was just bespoke and super precious. And that's the wrong word for it, precious, but super, super original.
And
great
you
fonts.
got her.
Great fonts on everything. A lot of stationery because she's a big stationery fan. So on the way out, I was thinking, oh my God, everything in this store I would own, except on the way out when there was this display, giant display for the Jesus Bible. Have you heard of that?
Isn't every Bible a Jesus Bible?
That was my response.
I mean, except for the Jews.
And I figured, oh, well, if they've got it on display like this, it must be new, but it's not new. And you can get them on Amazon. So I guess.
Did it look amazing? Was it architectural?
I didn't look too close. It was pretty big. So I thought, well, the Jesus Bible, and I think I took a picture of it so I would remember it on the way out. And then I looked it up, and the Jesus Bible is apparently something where they go back into the Old Testament and tell you how, oh, this pertains to Jesus in this way. So you've got little articles next to all these different things. Apparently that maybe there were 66 different articles throughout the Old Testament explaining how maybe it was the prophecy of the Savior coming.
Right.
Or maybe it was talking about like, see, Jesus did this, and they said it was going to happen.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, okay, the Jews must be thrilled about that.
Right.
Oh, great. Take the Old Testament from us now. I was going to read you some of my favorite things, which, as you know, are reviews from people about actual products.
I am going to in kind.
Yeah?
What's the word after that? Reciprocate that to you after
with
you
some
do
reviews.
Yours. Yes.
Oh my gosh,
I got
this is
some
my favorite
reviews
thing
for you.
So here's one review. Let's see. I just received my new Bible and took it to church for the first time. Wow, what a great review. I love the wide margins for note taking or inspired drawing while you listen to a sermon.
Do you
mean doodling?
I know.
Inspired drawing.
Do you remember a time when it was like, do not do anything to your Bible? Don't drop it. And like the idea of writing in it was, unheard of till we got to about high school.
Study
then there was some
age.
trend. Yeah.
And then a certain friend of ours, I swear to God, she had a yellow highlighter that she must have had bleed out every time. She highlighted everything. Nothing was sacred. It was every page was yellow. Like, are you going to go back and look at this and go, better read the whole page?
That is a literal use of the word sacred. I appreciate it.
All right. So review number 2 that I enjoyed. It starts this way. I have enjoyed this Bible, in all caps, immensely, and it has reawakened in me a love of reading my Bible, in all caps. I have a collection of Bibles, in all caps, and each and every one is special.
Oh my God.
But this one is super special. Can you imagine that as a review of anything else?
And is it just like, look what Patrice has got. Do you want to see my Bible collection? Oh.
Well, each and every one is special in their own way, but this one, super special.
Top notch.
Here's the other one. This is a great Bible for studying, journaling, coloring, if you wanted to. There's space apparently along the sides of the writing, which by the way, I would say 85% of the reviews in there were like, the font's too small, make it bigger. They're sitting there with their cigarette. Yeah, increase the font size. I can't read this. Let's see, the other person, bought this as a gift for my daughter. She's in love with it. I asked her why she likes it so much, and she says there are so many reasons that it would take too long to explain.
Just one woman.
She told me it's a God thing.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. So, okay, so basically our reviews are it's super special.
Right.
It's so special it would take too long to explain. It's like the circular logic of like, why do you believe in God? Because the Bible says. Well, why do you believe the Bible? Because it's from God. It's super special.
So, well, the exclamation mark, when they finally did, because I can see it 4 in a row.
Yeah.
That made me click buy now. I'm not even going to put it in my cart. Well, I hope Jesus enjoys his Bible.
Apparently not. Oh, but then there was one guy who gave it 1 star because it was the New International Version. And then there are people who think that that's not a legitimate version of the Bible. And then they got into a debate on the Amazon review portion.
I think that guy blew up in an RV this last Christmas in Nashville. Well, it's that same King James crap. Well, I went ahead and asked some of our listeners, like, what are some gifts that they received that were, just too heavy on the Christian train to be pleasant. As in, here's a gift, but it has it has emotional strings attached to it.
Right.
So some people, talked about ones that they got for their birthdays or whatever. But here's one. I got a Bible from my aunt on my 16th birthday. She had found out I was gay a few weeks earlier. There's a palate cleanser for you.
We had never discussed religion until then.
Yep. Another one, my husband's parents gave him a thumb drive with all of J. Vernon McGee's sermons. So I don't even know who J. Vernon McGee is, but that it's like, here's a gift.
Here's a gift.
Drive.
I made it myself. If you could download these and return the thumb drive to me empty, I would appreciate it.
It's a digital quilt of guilt for you that I stitched. I told you that at the college I taught at, especially when thumb drives were a thing, which really was only 2 years ago, but kids would put them in, the computers at the library, and they would forget about them, as you would, and they'd just leave. And students were always coming by and just pulling them out. And then you'd see a table set up near the cafeteria. Thumb drives $5, and every thumb drive looked different, and like some were all banged up, and you're like, you just got that from the library. I mean, that deserves a break. We'll be right back. We're back. Okay. Here's another one. Bex and us. When I was on the edge of deconverting, my mom would send me Christian books to read, and people would give me journals and mugs with Bible verses on them. I got a bracelet like that.
Yeah.
Melissa wrote, I received guilt trips from people. I would rather have taken gifts. Then someone, I love this one. My parents now sign all our cards, birthday, Christmas, whatever, quote, we love you. Jesus loves you more.
Oh,
it's the worst. So I found some great gifts for any Christians if you're wanting to give them something. For $9.99 on Amazon, you can get a coin that says Surfing for Christ and has an outline of a surfer. Let me send this to you.
Like one of our friends?
It could be one of our friends. It's hard to know. It's like a Kindle outline, and he's holding a surfboard that says Jesus saves. But they're
missing rhyming that with waves.
They missed out. But do you see how they even included the safety cord?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's that added touch.
If Jesus was with you, wouldn't have to strap your surfboard onto your ankle.
Now, this other one I found on YouTube. Nope. This other one I found on eBay.
Wait, I'm still on the coin, and that surfer has really good posture.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think he's definitely got his butt tucked under. Very rigid.
Uh-oh. Okay, the next thing, that's way too much of a starting bid.
So it starts at $100. I guess it's like a ceramic statue. It's Mary, probably Joseph, a baby that's already praying. I don't know.
With a lot of hair.
Yep. Joseph's hand is a bit close to Mary's boob. But what I like is they didn't even put it on a pillow to take a picture.
No, they didn't change the location of this in their home whatsoever.
They just took it, and look what they've been using it for. Joseph's head.
Are you going to tell them?
Go ahead.
Their medical alert bracelet is on there, and it says, alert, epilepsy.
And they have just lassoed it around Joseph's head as the little jewelry holder for it. And then my favorite is this that you can really get on Amazon. This is an adorable set of 10 plush Passover plagues with convenient carrying drawstring bag.
Oh my gosh.
$24.34. Describe the beauty you see in front of you.
Well, we actually had squeak toys like this from this same company.
Really?
That were like, for dogs, but plagues. There's there's a frog. There's a cow.
I think
there's a cow a plague.
Yeah, like the cow died. I think that's a stuffed blood droplet.
Yeah,
is that what it is?
Yeah, that looks like a dog above the blood droplet.
I think there's like a mutant fish, but there's a yellow bag that you can keep all these in. And there's like a frowny face, I guess. And it says plagues written across it.
Plagues.
Just in case you're like, hey, no, don't get that bag. Get the one with plagues.
Adorable set of 10 plush Passover plagues. That's actually really cute.
It's terrible. Here are some of the reviews. Beth G. wrote, not what the picture show. I have a set of these plagues and need another. The picture shows Google eyes. Not googly, but Google. She needed to copyright Google. The picture shows, and she capitalized shows because she's pissed. Google eyes and pull strings that make the animals vibrate. I don't.
What? That make the animals vibrate?
I didn't see that, but that's what she said. It shows. This is what I have, and to be honest, it is these options that the kids want, not the flat eye.
Not what? What, plaid eyes?
Not the flat eyes. And no movement. This is not what was sent. Same thing happened last year, and I sent them back. Gave it 1 star as there was no option for none. Okay.
This falls under the category of Fool me once
Okay.
with Google eyes. Shame on me. Fool me twice. Wait, no, the other way. Oh my
Dan,
God. So she bought him twice.
I mean, this was her plague. It was her personal plague. Dan wrote, he gave it 5 stars. Best
Aw.
plagues I ever bought. I love this. I love everything about this. This is my life now. That's his thing.
Oh.
Okay. West Side Mom. She's a verified purchase. She gave it 4. She said, cute plagues, exclamation mark. Cute, exactly as described. We like to toss the plagues at each other to break up reading the Passover story. And break is spelled like a brake pedal. And we always have a, quote, discussion about which puppet represents which plague. My kids love throwing these, even though they are no longer toddlers. The plagues are the kids. I just picture like 18-year-olds. Okay. And then
Still like the woman upset about the lack of Google eyes.
The last one is a 3-star rating by Bagel Guy. His heading for his 3-star review is titled 3 stars.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get through these.
That's it?
And that's the title. And then his thing is difficult to align puppets with plagues. And that's... but we'll put this up on our thing because I think the puppets are they're not good.
They're not even puppets, are they? I thought they were just plushy things.
I now I think they might be finger puppets. Puppets where you get to be like, then the plague came and there was blood on the ground with the bloody one, and the cow said moo, then died. I don't know.
Well, they are cute with the Google eyes. I can imagine that one dog with the flat eyes. Yeah.
Google must be proud.
Oh my gosh. Well, I also found some article on, there's a website called preaching.com, and you can subscribe to them and they'll send you ideas for sermons. And then they've got some artwork. They're like, why don't you jazz up your sermon with some art? But somewhere on this, it gave a list of top 10 things to say about a bad Christmas gift. And this is from preaching.com. So you have to picture it being said by a white man wearing khakis with pleats in the front.
But so is this written? You can hear the dogs in the garage. Is this written to tell pastors what to say when someone in their congregation?
It was like a little, I don't know, it was a little side article on the front of preaching.com.
So their sermons aren't God-inspired and real. And now...
No. This was just a side thing. Their sermons might be great. Their sermon ideas are, topical and timely in nature, I'm sure.
But this means even responses to what they get for Christmas isn't real. All right.
Well, I suppose if a member of the congregation presents you with a crappy Christmas gift, say something she got in a big gift of multiple items and she just took one out and gave it to the pastor.
In a drawstring bag?
Right,
perhaps?
like a third of a canister of popcorn. Weren't there supposed to be 3 flavors of popcorn? No, just this one, cheese and caramel. Here you go.
It's to represent God's all you need.
Right. So here are the top 10 things that you're supposed to say about a bad Christmas gift. Hey, now there's a gift.
That's the old haircut. You got a haircut.
Number 9. Well. These are really lame.
Wow.
Number 8. Boy, if I had not recently shot up 4 sizes, that would have fit.
This is on preacher.com. I don't get it.
Preaching.com. It means you're sitting around getting fat and you're not going to wear whatever bad sweater they gave you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Number 7. This is perfect for wearing around the basement.
Do you know what the preacher just said to me, Hank?
He says he's going to wear it on his base. Number 6. I sure hope this never catches fire. It is fire season, though. There are lots of unexplained fires.
Oh, it's a good one.
Number 5. If the dog buries it, I'll be furious. Number 4. I love it, but fear the jealousy it will inspire. Number 3. Sadly, tomorrow I enter the Federal Witness Protection Program. What the hell?
We need to. This is where we should send our jokes, Bonnie.
I know. Number 2. To think I vowed to give all the gifts I got this year to charity. Number 1. I really don't deserve this.
Wow.
That one is from Mikey's Funnies.
Mikey, you are jazzinuppreacher.com. I wonder if we can have
Funnies.
I need to look up more Mike's funnies.
Well, and I have some things to send to you. They were some T-shirts that I'm not sure if you had seen that I think might have made good Christmas gifts. Here's the one. The shirt itself is red, and the graphics on there, the graphics on there look like the Heinz bottles.
Correct.
And they say, say what they say.
Ketchup with Jesus. Let us praise and relish him, because he loves me from my head tomatoes. And then I can't see the verse, but I don't care. Oh my God.
It's 1 John 4 something, something, something. But
that's fat.
Those are just some bad puns.
That's the one. Did you see the one I put on Instagram that just says organized religion stole my foreskin?
Yes.
That's one.
Let's see. So here's your other pun. And I don't know if you have to buy the whole water thing or if you can just get the sticker that says it has a picture of a taco.
And
a hard-shelled taco with lettuce with Google eyes.
And it says, want a taco? About Jesus? Let us pray. Man, the lettuce gets tons of...
They didn't even put an olive joke in there. It's ripe for an all of you joke.
I know.
Get it? Ripe? Okay.
No.
This one is one that you actually would probably like.
I do remember the Christian shirts. Like, I would go to the mall and look at those, like, look how clever that is. And I'm sure I had one or two, and they were awful. But I think, did I tell you that my old acquaintance from church back in the day friended me on Facebook a long time ago, and I'm not going to say a long time ago. I'm going to say 3 years ago. And her shirt was the picture of a guitar pick that said, "Pick Jesus."
Aww.
No, it's not good.
That's horrible.
This one says, "Don't make me use my pastor voice." And they even put it on a black woman, which is crazy because there's no way she can be a pastor.
I know. Then... All right. Well, this one's just sad. It's a coffee mug and it says, "Warning, may suddenly start talking about theology." Sorry.
That is a warning. Like, I need, let me know.
Oh.
Okay, here's one I found under, I am going to see your t-shirt that you just sent. I'll read yours. So you sent... Jesus dancing, and it says, "We gonna party like it's my birthday," and there is no apostrophe in the "it's," which then negates that I will not be dancing with Jesus.
Well, they've also appropriated the rap lingo. We gonna.
Yeah,
We gonna.
exactly.
Anyway. Meanwhile, Jesus is doing the whitest dance ever there.
But he has a Santa
that
hat.
looks just like Molly Ringwald in The Breakfast Club.
Now, I sent you one.
All right, you say the saddest thing is the one you sent me is like the print is on a black background that doesn't match the black shirt.
Right.
It says, "No swearing on my Christian Minecraft server, please." I don't even get that.
Oh, my kids. The
That's a
kids out
game.
there will. They'll get
Kids. Wait, there was one more for you. Okay. This is the only picture of this on the model that they had on the website.
So it's a woman with a messy bun, and she has a black mask, and you can just see a white cross on the opposite side because her head is tilted looking away. And I see...
And you can't read the word. And it says, "I am not ashamed."
Yet
I'm
her
not
head
ashamed, but
is
I'm not going to
hiding it.
show it.
That's right.
In the picture. It's so funny. Like, if you're not going to be ashamed, that's enough to be wearing it.
You
Obviously,
don't
if
need
you're
to
wearing it, you're not ashamed.
say it twice. Exactly.
Okay, so here's your weekly reminder to rate us and please review us. Nothing like the reviews we just read.
I'll even
If you
take
would.
that. If you give us a
You will?
shitty one, but just put the 5 stars, I don't care. If you want
that's
to
a
do
fun
like
idea.
a mock, that would be so entertaining.
All right, good times.
See you in the new year.
Bye.
Bye.